Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Friday, July 21st, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Baltimore Orioles vs Tampa Bay Rays. Kyle Bradish is expected to take the mound for the Orioles. In his last start, he went 7.1 innings and gave up 3 hits, 1 walk, 0 earned runs, and struck out 8 in a win against the Miami Marlins. Bradish has a record of 6-4 with a 3.05 ERA, 1.13 WHIP, and an 87/24 KBB ratio in 17 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .232 against Bradish. Baltimore has been good on offense this season. They are in the top 10 or around the top 10 in the league in runs, home runs, RBIs, strikeouts, batting average, SLG, and OPS. Anthony Santander leads the team in runs, home runs, and RBIs. Jorge Mateo is top 10 in the league in stolen bases. The pitching staff has been fairly average this season. As a team, they are in the middle of the league in ERA, runs allowed, home runs allowed, walks allowed, and WHIP. Tyler Wells is first in the MLB in WHIP. Baltimore is neck and neck with the Tampa Bay Rays for first in the AL East. The Rays are struggling, so the Orioles can take advantage and win this series to take control of first in the division. Zach Eflin is expected to take the mound for the Rays. In his last start, he went 3 innings, gave up 7 hits, 0 walks, 5 earned runs, and struck out 0 batters in a loss in his last start, which was against the Kansas City Royals. Eflin has a record of 10-5 with a 3.59 ERA, 1.03 WHIP, and a 105/15 KBB ratio in 18 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .234 against Eflin this season. Tampa Bay has been very good on offense this season. The Rays rank top 10 in the league in runs, hits, home runs, RBIs, stolen bases, batting average, OBP, SLG, and OPS. A total of 8 players on the team have 10 or more home runs on the season. Yandy Diaz leads the team in runs, and he is batting over .310 on the season. Wander Franco leads the team in hits and stolen bases. Randy Arozarena leads the team in RBIs. Jose Siri leads the team in home runs. The Rays pitching staff has been very good this season. They are top 10 in the league in ERA, hits allowed, runs allowed, home runs allowed, strikeouts, WHIP, and batting average against. Shane McClanahan has been spectacular this season, recording a 2.56 ERA and 1.13 WHIP. He ranks second in ERA among all pitchers in the MLB. Tampa Bay is tied with Baltimore for first in the AL East. The Rays have not been playing very well lately and will need to turn things around in order to stay in first in their division. Kyle Bradish has been pitching very well lately, allowing 0 earned runs in 2 straight starts and 2 or fewer earned runs in 6 straight starts. He has not allowed more than 1 home run in any of his 17 starts this season, and he has not allowed a home run in 9 of those starts. In his only start against the Rays this season, Bradish went 5 innings and allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, and 0 home runs, while striking out 8 batters. Zach Eflin struggled in his only start against the Orioles this season, allowing 4 earned runs in a loss. The Orioles have been playing well lately, while the Rays have been struggling. I believe that Baltimore will win this game with Bradish on the mound. I would recommend taking Baltimore on the money line. Tampa Bay's offense has been struggling a bit lately. They are averaging almost a full run less scored per game over their last 15 games than their season average. Kyle Bradish has been very good lately. He has allowed 0 earned runs in 2 straight starts, and he has allowed 2 or fewer earned runs in 6 straight starts. Bradish faced the Rays on June 20th in Tampa Bay for his only start against them this season. He went 5 innings and allowed 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned runs, 0 home runs, and struck out 8 batters in a win. This will be a lower scoring matchup and the under will hit. Take the under, 7.5 runs. San Francisco Giants vs Washington Nationals. The San Francisco Giants are 54-43 overall this season. They are currently in a tie for second place in the National League West Division. They are currently 2 games behind first place, which is held by the Dodgers. The Giants are 8-3 in their last 11 games. The Giants took the first 2 games off of the Reds, but lost the next 2 against them to split a 4-game series. In their last game, the Giants lost 5-1 to the Reds on Thursday, July 20th. The only run for San Francisco came in the 9th inning, as Wilmer Flores hit a solo home run. Alex Cobb was credited with a loss as he pitched 4.1 innings and allowed 5 earned runs. The Washington Nationals are 38-58 this season. They are currently in last in the National League East Division. They are 24.5 games back of first in the division, which is held by the Atlanta Braves. The Nationals have the fourth worst record in all of baseball. They also have the second worst record in the National League. Washington has lost 6 of their last 10 games. The Nationals are coming off of a series loss to the Cubs, where they were beaten twice out of a 3-game series. In their last game, the Nationals lost 8-3 against the Cubs on Wednesday, July 19th. Jeimer Candelario hit a solo home run to highlight the game for the Nationals. On Friday night, the Nationals will be starting Jake Irvin. The right-handed pitcher is 2-5 this year with an ERA of 4.96. Irvin has 13 starts this season, and in his latest one, he pitched 3 innings and allowed 4 earned runs and 6 hits in a no decision against the Cardinals on Saturday, July 15th. Irvin has an ERA of 4.97 during home games and an ERA of 4.38 during day games. The month of July has been his worst pitching month with an ERA of 5.79. Irvin did pitch 6.1 innings in a win over the Giants earlier in the season. He allowed 4 hits and 0 earned runs, while he fanned 3 batters. The Nationals are 4-9 this season when Irvin starts. The Nationals have been one of the worst teams in baseball this season, and their pitching has been a major reason why. Irvin, their starting pitcher, has an ERA of 4.97 at home this year. The Giants should be able to exploit this weakness and score enough runs to win the game. The Giants are hitting .251 against National League teams this season, and they have won 7 out of Wood's 10 starts when he pitches at night. I would recommend taking the Giants to win. The two offenses have been hitting the ball so well this season. The Nationals have the 6th best batting average, and the Giants have scored the 13th most runs in the league. The two starting pitchers have struggled to keep opposing teams at bay, with Washington's starting pitcher has an ERA of 5.79 during the month of July. San Francisco's Wood has an ERA of 4.53 this year. Take the over on Friday. Kansas City Royals vs New York Yankees. Kansas City has lost 4 of their last 6 games, including a 3-2 defeat at the hands of the Detroit Tigers, 43-52 Sioux, 3rd and Al Central, at home Wednesday. Starter Ryan Yarbrough was outdueled by Detroit starter Eduardo Rodriguez and picked up his 5th loss of the season. He lasted 5.2 innings and gave up 3 earned runs on 6 hits and struck out 4 in the defeat. The Royals took a 2-1 lead in the 5th inning on 2 RBI doubles, but lost the lead in the game on 2 RBI singles by the Tigers in the top of the 6th. Kansas City's relief corps pitched effectively, allowing no runs and only 2 hits over 3.1 innings of work. Second baseman Michael Massey knocked in a run and crossed the plate for the Royals in the loss. New York has lost 5 of their last 6 games, including a 7-3 defeat to the Los Angeles Angels, 49-48 Sioux, 3rd and Al West, on the road Wednesday. Starter Carlos Rodon struggled, picking up the loss by allowing 6 earned runs on 4 hits in 4.1 innings. His control was poor, walking 5 Angels batters. DH Giancarlo Stanton and outfielder Franchy Cordero both went deep for New York in the loss. The Los Angeles pitching staff struck out 16 Yankees batters in the game. Schmidt has pitched effectively in his past 3 games, producing a 3.86 ERA and a 0.77 WHIP over 2 starts and 1 relief appearance. He won his last start, which came against the Rockies on the road, by pitching 6 innings and allowing 2 earned runs on 3 hits and striking out 8 batters. Outfielder Harrison Bader was forced to leave Wednesday's game and is day-to-day with a rib injury. Outfielder Aaron Judge is still on the 10-day Illinois with a foot injury. The Nationals have been one of the worst teams in baseball this season, and their pitching has been a major reason why. Irvin, their starting pitcher, has an ERA of 4.97 at home this year. The Giants should be able to exploit this weakness and score enough runs to win the game. The Giants are hitting .251 against National League teams this season, and they have won 7 out of Wood's 10 starts when he pitches at night. I would recommend taking the Giants to win. The New York pitching staff is ranked 11th in the majors in team ERA with 3.87, and they allow 18% fewer average runs per 9 innings at home than they do on the road. Kansas City has one of the most inept defenses in the league this season. They are currently ranked 29th in average runs scored per game with 3.74, and they rank very low in other key offensive categories, such as slugging percentage. They are dead last in the league in average runs scored per game away from their home stadium, so the odds they score quickly in bunches against a solid Yankee pitching staff are low. The Royals scored 2 runs or less in 4 of the 7 games played against the Yankees last season, and they were shut out twice. The Yankees have struggled offensively since the injury to Aaron Judge. They rank in the bottom half of the league in average runs scored per game at home with 4.16, and they are ranked 28th in the majors in batting average. Marsh pitched effectively in his 1 start on the road this season, giving up 2 earned runs and striking out 5 batters over 5 innings of work. Most signs point to a lower scoring affair between these two teams on Friday. Take the under.